You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back, Rudrance, for Black and White Sports. Well, we're going to talk about former NBA star Enes Kanter Freedom. As we know, he is an immigrant. He immigrated from Turkey into the United States. He has become a citizen, and he is a very proud citizen. He's very proud of the country he came to. He knows what real oppression is about. And as we know, he's been very outspoken, very critical of the NBA. Now, of course, the NBA will deny this all day long, but this basketball player, who just averaged a double-double 2 seasons ago, now all of a sudden conveniently cannot find employment with the NBA. Why, you may ask? Because he has been the only NBA player that really and truly has taken a strong, vocal, loud stance against the NBA and all of their business relations with China. He's also been very critical of LeBron James and of Nike. Well, this may be the NBA's worst nightmare. You should have thought about letting this guy come back in the league and actually just play basketball. Because now he's starting to turn an eye towards politics, okay? And that could, at some point, allow him to propose certain kinds of legislation, and he may turn an eye, for all we know, straight towards the Marxist NBA of China. And I, for one, am here for this. He's only, I think, 32 years old. Double-double, came out, slammed LeBron, slammed China, slammed the NBA, slammed Adam Silver, slammed Nike. Minutes diminished and diminished, got traded out of the league. Interesting. That's convenient. That's awfully convenient. Let's get to this. Ex-NBA star Enes Kanter Freedom wants to run for Congress when the time is right. Former NBA star and activist Enes Kanter Freedom told Maria Bartiromo that he wants to run for Congress, quote, when the time is right. On Thursday, Kanter Freedom was a guest on Fox Business's Mornings with Maria when he was asked if he had aspirations to hold a seat in public office. Quote, actually I do. Kanter Freedom said, that'll be very interesting. Bartiromo asked specifically if he plans included a running for a seat in Congress. I would actually, Kanter Freedom said, when the time is right, and shout out to whoever's out there listening. Of course, I would love to. He's probably signaling some people that might be able to help him raise some money for a potential run for Congress. He may also be sending a message to the Marxist NBA of China. Former CIA officer Mike Baker asked him if he wants to become the next Secretary of Transportation, which Kanter laughed at. That was a direct dig at the current Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg. God, he's worthless as tits on a boar hog. Who finally visited East Palestine, Ohio, after a train derailment led to the release of toxic chemicals. It took you long enough, Pete. Mayor Pete. What are you good for, Pete? Inquiring minds would like to know, what is your purpose exactly? Besides identity politics, being a part of the LGBTQ elemental P community, and a virtue signal for our president. That is the extent of your qualifications. Yeah, I just took 30 seconds to destroy that asshole. Quote, are you right now making plans to run for office? Bartiromo said. Yes, I do, Kanter Freedom said. She asked him if he has started raising money yet, and Kanter Freedom said, not yet. I haven't started, but I started having conversations with some of my friends and members of Congress. Kanter Freedom is well known for his outspoken personality and has no issues condemning NBA star LeBron James's relationship with China. After James broke the all-time NBA scoring record, he destroyed LeBron. Kanter congratulated him for the basketball accomplishment and then blasted him on his stance on China. Quote, he calls himself more than an athlete. He calls himself a human rights activist or a freedom fighter. So I was just very disappointed in him choosing money and business over morals, values, and principles. Once again, Kanter Freedom with shots fired. Kanter Freedom's outspokenness to discuss controversial topics reportedly led to a $500,000 bounty being put on his head by the Turkish government. Jesus. That's absolutely insane. He's been very critical of the NBA. Of course, the NBA and Nike, their sweat shops over in China, using the Muslim Uyghurs over there for free labor or near free labor, and the conditions are horrific, and people like the NBA and Nike profiting off of it. When I did the NBA ratings video 2 days ago, I touched on the fact that the NBA just entered into a new agreement involving content and video streaming in another partnership with another Chinese company. And I will tell you, the NBA's ratings are terrible. The All-Star Game, all-time low. Slam Dunk Contest, over a 20-year low. And this is part of the reason why a lot of people will never come back to this league as long as they're in bed doing business with China. I don't think lawmakers have been nearly outspoken enough, nearly aggressive enough towards the NBA. I'm kind of perplexed as why some Republican governors out there haven't done more. You've got NBA teams in Republican states. Hey, looking at you, Ron DeSantis, looking at you, Greg Abbott, Spurs, Rockets, Dallas Mavericks, right? Miami Heat, Orlando Magic. I am sure there are ways and things that could be done to put pressure on the NBA and all their business they're doing overseas with somebody we're talking about potentially entering into a new world war with Russia against us. Man, there was a time when sports was really patriotic. That time has come and gone. The book is shut on it. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. I hope Enes does this. I truly do. You know what? I may try to get him on the channel. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Peace them out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.